Hey everybody, time to get started. Oh, let me just write a tweet real quick that I'm going live. Stream live. Today we're gonna do mostly checking for mod errors. A couple other bugs that we needed to fix in the lobby, but I don't think they'll take that long. Okay. Right, so let's see. So we can see here that we had this problem. Which was mostly alright, so yeah, mostly the problem was that well, I guess let's just walk through it again. Okay, and then if I start the host. So what were the steps? So we select a playable mod here. Alright, and then I had to actually miss a step there. I have to click ready. And then if you go into here and edit the table of contents so that it's no longer valid, then when you reload the mod list here, it should, yeah, because now cat chess is not valid and this button is correct, but here we see that it still says that the other player is ready, and then if I click the ready button, it lets you go through even though cat chess is no longer a valid selection. So let's see, set pick mod. Basically what happens is we get a new network, well we get, let's see, yeah, this network mod list received is called, so then it combines and then populates the mod list, but then here so here it should set the set picked mod. And then when it calls that, it should send the pick mod over the network. Let's have a debug here and that maybe we can follow what's going on. picked. And then if mod equals, I gotta make sure the mod is not null, so if mod is null then we get none. Otherwise we'll say the mod name. And then let's see, send pick mod over the network. I think that we already have a message for that. Yeah, right here. So let's yeah, and I'll go ahead and make a debug when we receive a new mod list over the network. Okay, we already have that actually. So let's see. Yeah, so we saved it from 2. Oh, we have collapse on, that's gonna confuse things. Alright, so we did receive it from 2 and then it sent the pick mod right here. So maybe the problem is actually that the ready button is not being changed. Let's see. Oh, okay, I think well, let's just run this again and I'll have this also, maybe we'll understand a bit better what's going on. Right, so we gotta change this back to 1. Help us see what's going on better. Okay, so if we pick cat chess, then cat chess playable, and we sent it over. Okay, so then say ready. Right, and then here, let's close that, and then we edit this version. And then when we did that, what happened here? So we received the mod list, and this mod picked was changed, but didn't send that. And also, we didn't send this server ready, should have canceled. So let's see, that might be the problem. Button that does that. So yeah, we need to see when this is changed. so yeah, I guess okay, so here we need to subscribe to the selected mod. Let's change that to on. And this will basically just set ready status to false if this folder is null. So if mod folder, let's do if string is null or empty, then ready status value is false. Okay, so I think that will fix everything, because then let's see. Oh yeah, because then we'll send this. Alright, so this should be good. Let's try it again. I guess we should probably rebuild it just to be safe. And then, okay, so we'll join here. Play. Right. Start host. Oh, right. Okay, well, we can actually fix this. Forgot to set the different mods here. So now we have cat chess, select it, click ready. And then just change the version and reload again. Okay, and now it says other player not ready, which is what we wanted. Let's check again. So mod list received from 2. Send pick mod, and then yeah, mod pick changed. Okay, so let's just click ready and see what happens. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so let's change cat chess back to 1. And then reload. So now if I select it again, say ready. Okay, good, everything works. So that's one problem. So now we just wanted to make a back button on this screen real quick. Let's see. This will be simple, I think. UI button. This will be the back button. I'll just put it down in the corner for now. Right, and then I think that's good for now. Let's say what's the button here? Yeah, mod click message. Alright, so now let's go and make a script for that. It's not as simple as just going backwards to another screen because Mason Madness, yeah, it's you can create your own chess pieces with your own movement is the goal. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, but like I was saying before, it's not as easy as just going back to a screen because we also need to make sure that both players exit. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. Okay, and then let's see. We're going to need a couple messengers to communicate with the button itself. Click, and then this to set the button as enabled or disabled. Oh, well, yeah, I haven't actually thought that hard about what special pieces I would create, but theoretically you could do pretty much any type of movement you wanted, is the goal. Yeah, it's funny you say that because I'm kind of I'm creating this game mostly as a kind of a prototype to make something more complicated, like Final Fantasy Tactics. Alright, so that was to do that. Okay, and then we'll register these messengers. So GUI comps. Oh, really? PvP. Yeah, it's a pretty fun genre of games, I think. So let's see. comp keys, then we'll create something new here. Say back button clicked. And we'll need to subscribe to this ourselves. Let's see. This messenger to tell the button to be interactable or not, because we'll want to disable it once you press the ready button. Let's see, back button interactable. Spell it right. There we go. Okay, and then we will need to subscribe to the scene setup because we need to watch a bunch of other events, specifically the ready status. Scene components, get component. What did I think this was right. This is for the ready status. I think I called this. I think it's lobby ready button. Oh wait, there we go. Actually, should probably just cache this here. That sounds pretty interesting, Mason's Madness. Yeah, I'm envisioning something more like a mixture of like Pokemon and Final Fantasy Tactics is what I'm planning on making. But I do like your idea of the empire building. That sounds pretty interesting. So then we just move this down. It's a dot. Okay, so yeah, let's private refresh button interactable, and then we would say something like button interactable value equals ready status. Actually, it'd be the opposite. Goal to create new characters, craft unique items, and come up with strategies. That sounds good to me. So I'm guessing though you'll have a large campaign mode. I can't decide if I want to go down that route or keep things focused just on battle by battle. Okay, and then we'll also need to call this when we enter the scene, so, or the screen, I mean. State machine. That's just the same as we've done in other places. Keys, lobby, screen. So on enter. Simple listener, I think it's integer. Am I familiar with Bartle taxonomy? Sounds familiar, but can't think of it off the top of my head. Oh yeah, I feel you there. It's always good to try and make the game accessible to all different skill levels, especially a strategy game like this. Okay, so if, let's see, let's do this a little simpler. Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I do know Bartle taxonomy. Let's see if the 4 types are explorer, socializer, achiever, and the PvP are killer. Yeah, I find that useful to think about too. Screen state, so if we enter either of the game pref screens, then we need to set up the button. Okay, so you're just focusing on the killers then. On this button clicked. We'll save this for later. Well, I guess we are ready to tackle that now. So let's see. Okay, well yeah, it is. I think it is good to try and at least think about all of the types a little bit. So I'm glad you're doing that. So what? Okay, so basically what happens here is we exit out, and then we also need to send a message to tell the other player to exit out. Okay, so I guess we should keep a reference to this. Okay, so you send your armies on pre-made adventures for special missions. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. So while you're you kind of are fighting against AI, but at any time some other player could attack you. Is that what you're saying? That sounds fun. So here we've set, well, I guess the next screen depends on which one we're in currently. I guess if we're not in the current screen, this wouldn't be possible, so... Oh, okay, I see. So you basically just fight 3 players, and then at the end you get to fight something special. Still, I do like that idea. Okay, yeah, no timer at first, I guess, to kind of ease new players into it. So, I guess we'll switch here. Screen. Case, so if we're in the host, then you... Actually, we should probably just exit out to the first screen, no matter what, so let's do that. Oh, right, that's true. That's one reason I've never gotten into, like, online base building games or anything like that. Because it seems like when you're offline, all your work could be ruined. So we want to do, right, pick host or client. I also realized here I should set the screen to disposing when we are exiting. Right, those are the games I was thinking of exactly. Right, so screen equals int. This is basically so certain objects can kind of clean up when we're exiting the screen. Yeah, obviously, yeah, the game is still pretty popular, so that's definitely a good value, I think. Okay, so wow, that is pretty impressive, really. Yeah, whenever I play a free-to-play game, I almost make it a point never to buy anything. Although I do have to admit I've bought a couple of character skins and various MOBAs, but that's about it. So, okay, so... Right, we need to do the network message now. We should have the lobby exit message deal with it. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with spending a little money on something you like. You obviously got your money's worth, I think. This exit controller is more for exiting to the loading screen. So let's just keep it all in here, I think. Another thing, let's see. Let me exit message. This is what I wanted. Really, I think the ready status should change the false just whenever the screen changes, so... Yeah, that does sound like it'd be interesting. Just went all out on the last day. Okay, so what happens when we leave the screen? It doesn't really matter what mods we picked and everything. So we set the ready status to false here. And then that triggers sending this to the server, which will remove us from this list, so that's all good. So, I think that's okay. Self-destruct mode against strongest guild in the game. We might as well if you're not planning on coming back. Okay, so yeah, I think I will do this here. Messenger. Request. Send back message. This is not going to be a GUI component, so component keys, lobby, exit command. Network picked. Okay, so I'll just say lobby exit. This will be called back. So lobby back. Message request. You won every event from the start of the server. Wow, $800. choose who you dethrone. Well, yeah. Still sounds like a good way to go out. There we go. And then I need to generate this. Okay, and then we have it the other way. So this would be another messenger, but this is I actually don't need it there. The server will call this when we should exit. Wow, he admitted to spending 1K. Some people spend so much money on those type of games. Wow, yeah, I guess he must have. Components, register. Back, network, message, received, and this should actually be a uint because we'll get the net ID. Yeah, I know, I'm continuously surprised about that as well. Back, so when we get this simple listener on back command received, this will actually be pretty much the same as what happens when you click the button. We do need to check to make sure that it's a different player, so we need the local information. Okay, and then if net ID does not equal local info.net ID. Okay, let's pull this out just to. So let's say do back. Figured out the math behind combat. Yeah, I think that's the. Yeah, I think that's the trick to this type of games, is trying to get behind the mechanics. Okay. Right, but when this button is clicked, we need to send a request to the server. I guess we should go ahead and send the net ID. So yeah, let's make this a uint. Okay, so I think we're all good here. So now I gotta go to the, let's see, the network interface and plug in these events. Get down the stats, units interact. Oh, right. Wonder if that's because they wanted you to buy the late game ones. I haven't played it much, so I don't know for sure, but... Okay, so... Player ready. I'll just add this down at the end. Messenger uint. So lobby back. Message request. P at the beginning there. So command send network lobby back message. Okay, so right here, command. Oh my god, 60 people are in the strength. Oh, I see. Yeah, that does sound strong to prevent other deaths. Command, let's see. What did I call it? Then uint net ID. So then all we're going to do here is just call the RPC. RPC. Receive network lobby back message. Then uint from net ID. Let's do that here too. Start of the game, I would make the best DPS units. Guild would make. Oh, I see. Yeah, if you have teamwork, that does help. Allow you to kill minions without exploiting. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. And then here we just call this message. So lobby back received. Okay, so I think everything is good now. Oh right, now we need to just add the back button controller here. Stats increase defense. Okay, so you just defense up, dug in. Let's just play this once to see if there's some null error. We should probably move the console back down here. That's good. Oh, I do need to add these keys. Back button clicked, interactable. And then I'll rebuild the second player. Oh, right, I have to close this. Units are already 100% strong. Oh, I see. Yeah, that'd be hard to get past. So now let's build the second player again. Hopefully this time it'll let me go since I closed that folder. Oh, so everybody just had basically glass cannons at the beginning. Okay, so the back button is here. I guess we'll just press it and see what happens. Nothing. Okay, that's not what I expected. That sounds like a good strategy. We should also do this if we lose connection with the other player, but let's get the button to work first. So how come this does not get called? Oh, sometimes, yeah, I've noticed that some of these things tend to get reverted if it messes up while compiling for some reason. Defense early in the game. Well, yeah, I guess if you learn to play one way, you won't think to change it up. Okay, so now let's see if I press back. Oh, okay, good, that did work. Okay, so let's just do it again and see. Oh, okay. So yeah, we also need to disconnect. Get this open right now. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You can't always just use brute force. Let's see. So here, when we go back, we also need to make sure the network gets disconnected. There's probably just some method to call. Let's actually go here to Moddable Chess. Let's make a new message you can call right here. Opponent keys, disconnect, command. And then we can go into our network tracker. So down here in Unity, got a lot of pictures. Oh, that's alright, I understand. Okay, so we need to subscribe to that disconnect here. Component, messenger, opponent keys. Subscribe, and just a simple listener. Also the game is strategy. The things I was able to do. Oh yeah. Oh, so all the game is strategy. Yeah, limited things you're able to do are not available to the average person, yeah. guess that is, yeah, it's kind of bad that they don't have like some place you can practice strategies, but maybe that's one reason why a lot of people couldn't figure out how to counter these defensive things. So, what method do I need to call here? Let's look it up real quick. Unity. Okay, we can just call network disconnect, but that seems like it's probably the low level API. Oh, okay. So not a whole lot to test in general. Oh, you pick and choose your battles, well that's smart. Obviously it worked. Okay, so you just call stop host or stop client. So really we didn't need to send that exit lobby message because we could just disconnect and then that would cause the game to back you out. Value loss units per hit. A King James. Oh. Sometimes you gotta take a risk. Let's actually have two messages here. Disconnect host and disconnect client. Really don't need, I can just say stop host here. Should use head and not your ego, yeah that is. Something you gotta, everybody has problems with that I'm sure. Is there an override for when you get disconnected? So we need like some event. Oh, right here, on client disconnect. I think this will work. wow. Half your units for just one loss. It's pretty steep. Components. Register component. Keys. Let's see. Let's call this. Disconnect messaging. Think about the name too much, but so I don't know. Yeah, we just need to test this, but I'm not sure if this will be called for the host or just the client. Technically the host is a client, so I'm hoping it'll work both ways, so one way to find out, I suppose. Disconnect. Okay. In this lobby exit controller. Exit to mod loading. And I'll make something else here. Exit to had a lot of fun still. Well, that's really all that matters when it comes down to it. Yeah, I guess it wasn't really important for him to win that one. At least he put a dent in his army, at least. Right, so here. Lobby screen. The coaster client. And then we'll tell the I'll just do this. Keep going back and forth of whether I want to have this code in the exit controller or just in this backbone controller, but so we don't need this anymore. So really we just need to subscribe to the disconnect message. Units destroyed in terms of real world. That is, yeah, that's what I would be wondering too, how much it was in real money. Oh yeah, I know how you feel. Let's see, this is just a messenger. Component keys. So this is, yeah, disconnect notification. Oops. Subscribe. Simple listener. I guess we should make sure that we're in correct screen, so screen state equals lobby screen or the client. Oh, actually, this would be. Oh no, this part's the same. Thing about the game is community. Okay. Yeah, well, I definitely like to see some if you can pull any up. Even people that hated me made me love. Yeah, that is the fun part about massively multiplayer games in general. Alright, so actually on button clicked, we won't go back yet. We'll just disconnect from the server and then we'll go back when we receive this message. Actually, we will go ahead and go back immediately so that we don't like double click the button or something weird. So screen. So we need to call a different message depending on if we're the host or the client, and we can do that by checking what screen it is. So private client, client disconnect command. Host disconnect command. I do have a Ned Makes Games Facebook. I think it's still up. Yeah, you should be able to post things on there. So, what was I doing here? Oh, then I need to get those disconnect commands. Scene components. Disconnect client command. And the same thing for the server, or the host, I mean. Alright, no rush. That, and then disconnect command send. And if we're in the host, just call the other. Alright. So now I'll go on this the network player interface. I'll go and delete those events we don't need anymore. close that. Oh, one too many parentheses. I think we're ready. So we'll go ahead and build the second player. Okay, so I thought I ran this. Oh wait, I just pulled it up and it had that parentheses, so 73, where is that? I'll be back button 29. Oh, this is not. Oh right, because it's not a Steam component, it's in the game components. So this should get rid of that error. So we'll build player 2 again. Save on your phone. Okay, sounds good. Press back here and hopefully it will cancel out. Don't know if that worked or not. Okay, so I think it did disconnect, but we also need to disconnect when we press this back button, I just realized. What's the Facebook here? I'll post it in the chat. That's just facebook.com/nedmixgames. I think you should be able to post it there. The problem there was that the client disconnected, but that didn't disconnect the host. Server when a client disconnects, so yeah, we do have to do this, I think. I should. I should write a debug here. case this is called twice. Build and run. Oh, you can't find it? That's weird. Well, I just unpublished it and republished it, so maybe that will help make it show up. Anyway, back to this. So if I'm pressing back. Okay, so that time it worked. So well, let me start another one. Oh, it's because, right. Disconnect. I think we'll need 2 of these. Actually, it's a little annoying. Disconnect server, and then we'll need disconnect client. Because when the client disconnects, we also have to cancel the server. That was that problem there. This. I wonder if we can get the net ID from this. No, I don't think so. Are we able to find the Facebook page now? Here. Oh. That's annoying. I don't really know why that would be. So what we gotta do, disconnect from disconnect server. And on disconnect client. So this should only be called, well, it might be called both times, but we only care about it if it's on client game prefs. So first we go back, and then we also have to send the post disconnect command. I think this should work. Yeah, I know. I have a love-hate relationship with computers, that's for sure. I have a Twitter you can try to send them to. I don't know if that's easier. Oh gosh, that's really bad luck. So, did it disconnect me right? Okay, yeah, it worked. Oh, okay, so let's see. Back here. Connected players. Is there no way to get the net ID from this connection? Server. Say player. I just want to get the net ID so I can remove it from that list. Let's see. Unity. Well, actually, when we disconnect from the server, we can just clear the list because then that makes sense. Let's change this to disconnect. Looks a little clearer. Yeah, sorry, hopefully my page will show up. Maybe just need to wait a while for the cached update or something. do is get net ID from network connection. Anything. See how to get server. So we have the find local object, but that gives you this player object when you pass it the net ID, but I need the net ID from the network connection. I guess if I could make like a hash map or something. Okay, so I guess I could map IP addresses to it. Oh, just post something on my wall. Okay, let me do that. Oh, just post Ned makes games, okay. Alright, done. Okay, so this will give you a player controller. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. Unity player controller. Okay, yeah, I think this is what I need. So the oh, it did. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, great, I see your post. I don't use Facebook a whole lot, so that you taught me something about the magic of it, so thanks for that. Alright, so net ID equals connection. Hopefully this works. Player controllers. Then game object. You have to jump through a lot of hoops here. second component, network identity, then net ID value. Okay, I see him now. This is one of your big battles, I suppose. So, let's see. Hopefully, I'm going to debug this. And then we can remove it from the connected players list. Run this and see what happens. Reading some of the chat. Oh, you did have some pretty good stats. Oh, here's the proof of your only one loss. Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about now. That's pretty impressive, really. Alright, so wait, this is gonna be... Let's start this up. Aw. That is a shame that you didn't get that, but at least you have all these. Alright, so back. Okay, so I see it. Disconnect to... Yeah, there's a little bit of money backing it up. Yeah, that's true. One way to look at it. At least he's enjoying it. I wish that there was some easy way you could tell if the network is actually running right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a problem. to on destroy, we need to basically take unregister all these events. So let's do private disposable list, disposables. On your old phone. Wow, this sounds like a security risk. So I'm gonna need to convert all these. Okay, so disposables. Add new. Janitor. That's a file listener for this type. Oh, yeah, definitely. So I don't need to call subscribe anymore. Take that. Wait, no, I still need that. Oh, and I actually need one more. That's not too bad, I guess. Mod. Looks like we might not get to doing the mods today actually, which is a bit sad. I should have known, trying to do all this stuff with the netcode. Always it's more complicated. Oh, that's good that you let them know. So yeah, take this off. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and do the other messages in here. Yeah, and then I should dispose and clear it here. Match up the types. This is a start conditions. It's empty. Wait, no, there's no type either. And then you just gotta add another parenthesis. Well, I enjoy programming quite a bit, but yeah, think 2 hours is probably about the max for me. Okay, well I hope you have, hope your truck's, nothing's wrong with it. Thanks a lot for coming by and chatting with me. It's been fun to learn about Clash of Kings, is that what you said? So this is a turn action. Oh wait, no, we need a common. Is it not like... Oh right, I need the eye listener here. Talk about the ideas, yeah, that'd be fun. It's always good to bounce game design ideas off other people. It's clear. Okay, so I think it takes care of this problem. So, oh I left this running the whole time. Programming definitely takes a lot of practice. I've been doing it for quite a long time now. That work? Let me create another host, so if I join. Okay, so now it deleted everything. Sync. Let's see, so we call start host. Let's see. Newly connected. Oh, so it's before that. Okay, so yeah. We only got one disconnect here. It should have... I guess it doesn't call this on server connect for the actual host, which is a bit annoying. Oh, I know what you mean. So you're more, or at least game design comes easier for you than the more technical aspects of it. Maybe I don't need a list of players because we're always going to have just two. So let's see. Let's change this to host to be oh. Why is it saying that you're more of a, or game design comes easier to you and not so much the technical programming, sounds like. Okay, so now the problem here is which do, so we don't know for sure which player is the host. call start host. The newly connected is right after that. Right, so here the host player is -1 and client player is also -1. Oh, but I can't do that because it's a uint. Actually, I think 0 is fine because it always, yeah, because it uses 1 and 2 here. Yeah, I better at coming up with ideas. So maybe we can just say if the info and then the host player is 0, then we know that this player has to be the host. Say newly connected host. Is it not like that? Value. Ideas don't mean, yeah. That is true. But at least you have first half, and programming can always be learned. We should actually see if info.clientPlayer is, otherwise we have some bug, too many connections. Yeah, that is definitely true. Yeah, making board games and things like that is a really good way to practice game design. Okay, so let's see. And then if both players are connected, then we can call this. This player does not equal 0, and I guess we'll just say it's greater than 0 since they're unsigned. Yeah, that's correct. Well, the modding part. Well, I made this project mostly because I wanted to learn how Unity's networking code works, and then yeah, how I can do mods with Unity. So like, the specifics of the actual gameplay don't necessarily apply to my later project, except that they're both turn-based on a grid. No, my final game probably won't be restricted like chess. Like I said, it's mostly gonna be a lot like some Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics, something like that, probably. Yeah, I had never used their Unity's networking before, so I wanted to make sure I knew how that worked. Right, and so here. I guess we will need to on stop. So when the host is stopped, we actually don't really need this. Yeah, so when the host stop, we'll just cancel both these. Client player 0 and the host player. We can call this Unity gonna be my engine? Yeah, I think so. I've had good luck with it. Or not good luck, good it's been good for all the projects I've tried so far. Alright, and then this should wait, this. Yeah, so we don't need to call the host or the info at all here. We did actually, I'm confused. So this function is called on the client when it disconnects. This function is called on the host when a client disconnects. So we still need this because we gotta set the client player to 0. Maybe I should make, let's see, when is this called? Okay, so yeah, this is correct. I guess that works. I also like GameMaker Studio, so I think that's a good choice. It's probably, I would say it's almost better than Unity for 2D games if that's what you're planning to do. So make menu of units, gear, how to play with. Oh, okay, yeah, so more like, I forget the term for that, but you just pass the game around. That works well. Let's see if this works at all. Okay, so all we have to do here is to use the host player. And backwards. Client, host player, yeah, that's a good idea, just to make a test area first to make sure all the mechanics are good. Alright, so let's change this actually to first. So server info host client, and then we'll reverse it down here. Any other errors? So really all we have to do here, host ready, client client ready. Something to false. So it won't complain to me. Just so I can type. Yeah, it's one good way to satisfy them. Okay, so if ready ID equals server info host, then the host is ready. So if ready ID equals server info client, we can say that client is ready. I forgot to set that to true. And then we just need to return host ready and client ready. Exploring different combat options. Yeah, definitely that should satisfy explorers. And that's good for achievers, I think. Especially your idea to have the boss at the end. Anything else here? So I'll just press play once to see if there's some error before I build the second player. That seems to work. So join. Right, seems to work. So now back. So it said host disconnect. So let me start another one. Okay, something's wrong there. Let's reverse it so we can get better. Debugging. So the best gear is going to be player made. Yeah, trading is always a good thing for socializers because it creates in-game economy, which helps create a community, I think. Okay, so yeah, this is what I want. So I'll have this be the host this time. Back. Okay, so there's some problem there. As mercenaries, chance to test units. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Helps make it a little easier to test out strategies. There's still some bugs here, but my brain is about fried when it is 6, so I think it's about time I headed off for tonight. But yeah, thanks again for Mason's Madness for coming in and chatting with me. It's been fun to hear about your game too. Imagine you have the neat Final Fantasy character. Oh yeah, that would be cool actually, to let other people use your ideas that you've built up and units. Alright, But anyway, yeah, I'll be back here 5 Eastern tomorrow. Hopefully we can finish this up. Yeah, again, thanks everybody for coming and watching. And Mason's Madness has been, like I said, fun chatting with you. So yeah, I guess I hope to see you guys tomorrow, and follow my stream to be notified. And yeah, I'll see you later. Alright, bye bye.